Hey, my name's Lorelei. I'm a registered dietitian and nutritionist. And today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how taking care of your gut can improve your immunity. Did you know that a significant proportion of the activities of our immune system occur within the gut? It may make sense that if you have a healthy and robust system of bacteria in your gut, it could fight off bad bacteria that could come in, for example, through your food. Something like E. coli. If your gut bacteria outnumbers the bad bacteria that comes in, the good bacteria is just going to win, and the bad bacteria is going to die off. It's going to get beat back. As it turns out, the integrity of what we call the gut mucosa, which is really just the lining of our gut, is critical to our health, as it is the thing that stands between us and the outside world. The inside of our intestinal tract, anatomically speaking, is actually considered to be outside of the body because there are openings on either end. So the rest of our body is protected from the things that come into our gut via the lining of our gut. So it's super important that we keep that healthy. Having an impaired gut barrier may contribute to symptoms or complications of autism, kidney disease, liver disease, cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity, and metabolic disease. The layer of cells that lines our gut, making up that gut mucosa, are called colonocytes. So colon, like colon, cytes, meaning cells. So those colonocytes are actually fed with short-chain fatty acids. Short-chain fatty acids are, well, a type of fat. They are produced when the bacteria in our gut breaks down and consumes fiber. So fiber that we eat that our bodies actually can't use are used by the bacteria, and the bacteria in turn produce these short-chain fatty acids, which then in turn feed the colonocytes, or the cells lining our gut, which is a wonderful symbiotic relationship. So eating a lot of fiber is going to keep the bacteria in our gut healthy, but also keep the lining of our gut healthy, which of course is, as we mentioned, going to help with our immunity and prevention of disease. Most of those short-chain fatty acids stay in the gut, feed those colonocytes, maintaining a healthy barrier and preventing inflammation in the gut. However, some of them can actually make it into our bloodstream, where they can impact other tissues in a positive way, such as our lungs, helping again with immunity and reducing inflammation in other systems. So eating plenty of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, which contain fiber and can feed that good bacteria in our gut, is super important. But let's talk a little bit about the bacteria itself. How does it get there? Microbes begin to colonize our gut shortly after we're born. This is actually shown to be enhanced by natural childbirth. After that, breastfeeding can also support a healthy gut, as certain sugars in breast milk promote the growth of beneficial bacteria. It's this beneficial bacteria that has been shown to help with immunity for things like asthma and eczema. That becomes less common in breastfed children. Once infants start to switch to solid foods, the diversity of the bacteria in the gut begins to increase. And it's this diversity that actually provides the most protection and health benefits long term. We don't want to have just one kind of bacteria. We want to have multitudes. And this is because different bacteria do different things. They perform different functions. Some bacteria generate vitamins, such as vitamin K and vitamin B12. Some bacteria produce enzymes that aid in digestion. Some bacteria may produce anti-inflammatory compounds, and some prevent against pathogenic infection, which is why diversity is so important. Specifically, plant-based diets tend to be associated with greater diversity in the gut. This doesn't mean you can never have your favorite animal products, meat, cheese, eggs, dairy, things like that, but it does mean that incorporating more plants, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, beans and legumes, nuts and seeds in your diet can help to build up your gut so that it can build up you. Of course, the diet that we eat can have an impact on the bacteria that lives in our gut, but it's not the only factor. There are a lot of other things that can influence the type of bacteria that live inside of us. For example, our own genetics may make it more likely that certain types of bacteria can survive within our gut. Where we live. Environment plays a huge role in the bacteria that colonizes our gut. People that live in different parts of the world may have very different bacteria in their guts just because of their location. There are some other lifestyle factors that can impact gut diversity as well as the types of bacteria that live there as well. Things like smoking, exercise, stress, things that impact our overall health and lifestyle also impact those little tiny bacteria that live inside our gut. As we get older, unfortunately, the diversity of our gut microbiome tends to decrease. So we can't stop getting older, but we can do things to help support that vitality and variety within that gut bacteria. So eating a healthy diet, of course, to support those things that are in there. But we can also have a diet that includes some probiotic foods. These are foods that actually contain additional live bacteria that we can use to resupply our gut. These are foods like yogurt, sauerkraut, fermented soy products like tempeh or miso, fermented dairy products, kefir, or you can even do things like kombucha, which is a fermented tea beverage. So these are another way to support the diversity in your gut. Some people will also do supplementary probiotics, which may have an impact if you feel like your gut bacteria has dwindled. The use of antibiotics can actually be very detrimental to your gut health because if you're taking an antibiotic, it's going to kill bacteria in your body, both bad and good. So if you have in your life taken a fair number of courses of antibiotics, you may need to work a little harder to replenish, replace, feed those healthy bacteria in your gut to support your gut health, to support your mental health, and to support your overall immunity so that your body can stay strong and fighting off pathogens from multiple sources.